Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today we will be making this super cute Easter card. It is a bunny shaker card, and it is made out of circles and squares and ovals. It's a 6x6 card. That's what it looks like on the inside. Super adorable. So let's see what we need for this project and come craft with me. New for this project is white 12x12 cardstock cut down to 12x6, and this is the base of the card. You will need a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 piece of solid cardstock and a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 piece of printed cardstock that coordinates with your color. You will need 2 pieces of acetate. These were actually from a page protector, so I cut them at 5.5 by 5.5, and then I cut a piece of fun foam. This, I happen to have this green that matched, and it is cut at 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So with the other half of your leftover remaining white cardstock, you will need to cut a 5-inch circle out. You can either do that by printing out a 5-inch circle from Microsoft Word and cutting it out that way as a template, or if you have the Creative Memories circle cutter, this is the middle circle and it measures 4 3/4, and then I used the red blade so it would cut right around the outside. And then using your white cardstock as well, you will need to cut out 2 ovals, and these ovals are about 2.5 inches from long end this way, and 2 inches the short way. And then you need to cut out 2 ovals slightly smaller than that from your printed paper, and these are approximately 1 3/4 inches by almost 2.5 inches. If you have the Creative Memories cutting system, I used the middle oval and I cut out with the red blade on the inside, and then for the pattern paper I used the green blade on the inside to get my sizes. You will also need 1 oval for the nose out of the pattern paper that is about 1.5 inches long by 1 1/8 inches wide. And if you have the Creative Memories, it is the small blade with the small template on the inside with the green blade. That's what I used for that. And then the other things that you will need is some glue, your paper trimmer, some scissors. You'll need whatever ink color you would like to use. I have a bright green ink I want to use, and then I have this stamp that was from Michael's last year that says Happy Easter. And I also have some coordinating ribbon. I have this green here that goes along with it. And then any embellishments that you would like to use on the outside, as well as sequins that you would want to put in your shaker card. So let's get this stuff cleared off and we will get started. First thing you're going to do is fold your 12x6 paper in half, and that's going to be your card base. And then we want to cut out a 5-inch circle out of the front of the card. So I am going to be using my Creative Memories cutting system, but you can use your template and draw it and cut it out. So try to center it as much as you can there and cut your circle out. Next, you want to take your pattern paper and cut a 5-inch circle in the center of that as well. So now you will want to take your piece of colored cardstock and the white circle, and using this piece here, we need to lay this, figure out where we want to put the head of the bunny rabbit, because we're going to be cutting a corner of this off. But we want to place the ears. You want the ears to be within the frame. So I think that's a good place. So I'm going to take this off, take these out for now, and keeping this here, flip it over and use your pencil. Oops, I'm going to have to do that again. Trace the back there, and you can use scissors or a trimmer and go ahead and trim that piece off. So now this is ready to go. We can go ahead and glue it onto the colored cardstock. And I left a little tiny border, about 1/8 of an inch. I just thought it looked good like that. And then before this dries too quickly, go ahead and glue your ears on. Put the pattern down on top there. And then I put a little bit of glue and just kind of tucked it in there. And we can adjust it with the frame just to make sure we have the ears within the frame. Just like that. Then you could go ahead and glue the nose on. And then I just took a black pen and I drew in some eyes and some whiskers, so I'm going to do that now. like that. So your inside is ready to go. So now we can go ahead and glue this to the inside of our card. So now what you want to do is take your piece of fun foam, and it's the 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and you want to trace your circle on and cut the circle out. I am going to use my Creative Memories cutter again, and with this you have to do it a couple times on one side and flip it over and do a couple times on the other. What you want to do is take your acetate, one piece, and glue it on top of the frame that is on the base of your card. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue along the edge all the way around. And now you take your piece of foam that you have the circle cut out, and you're going to glue that on top. You want to let this dry because we don't want the sequins or your seed beads or whatever to stick up underneath here. So let that dry really well, and we'll be back to put in our sequins. So now I'm going to add my sequins. I have this clear iridescent sequin, so I'll add a few of those in there. I have more of the solid opaque iridescent. I have some little sparkly bunnies. These I had picked up last year. I think they were from Walmart. And then I have a few lime green. And these were from the Dollar Tree. All right, that should be enough, I think. Maybe I'll add a few more bunnies. Now what you want to do is take your second piece of acetate, and that will be glued right on top here. So add glue to the edges of your foam. And then finally you want to glue your top pattern piece down, and it'll be ready to embellish. We're going to take your ribbon and we're going to go around on the right side of the card, and we're going to draw a tie, a little double knot at the top, or you can do a bow if you would like. Go as tight as you can get it without puckering the sides here. just like that. And next step is to stamp out your sentiment. The only green I had were these little inking things. It's really old. I got them at a scrapbook expo like many years ago, and most of them are disintegrating, but it's this Craft Box Memories Direct. They're really cool, but I didn't use them as much as I should, and some of them are starting to fall apart. This happens to still be working, so that's good. It just takes a little while. They're really good for edging, doing edging on your pages, but it's the only green ink that I had, and I really wanted to use the green for this so it would match. There we go. So I'll go ahead and trim this up. And I'm going to put this right down here, and I'm only going to put glue on the right corner so it would glue here. I don't want it to show through on the acetate. And then I'm going to find some rhinestones to put in the corner there. So there's that one. I think it turned out super cute. I noticed I didn't let it dry quite as much as I should up here, so some of the sequins are sticking, but that's okay. I think it's still turned out really cute. I'll bring in the other one here. There's that one. So I just love them. I think they're super adorable. If you like them, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.